Hello, welcome back to this new episode of CAD class. In this class, as usual, you're going to learn some new commands. So without wasting time, let's start. The first command what we are learning today is the move command. Move, as the command indicates, it allows us to move the objects from one position to the other position. But before moving an object, we need to know one thing, that AutoCAD allows us to hold the object at certain positions before we can actually move it. So how many types of different objects do we have in an engineering drawing? We have a line, we have a rectangle, we have a circle, we have a point, we have an arc. Apart from this, I don't know what are the different objects which are present in an engineering drawing. But this forms the core of any engineering drawing. So let us see. I will draw a line. First, command is L. Draw a line, 10 units, enter, zoom in by using the scroll button inside or outside. Okay, this is a line. Okay. Also draw a rectangle or a square, whatever it is, a rectangle. This is a circle and a point, P-O-I-N-T, point. Okay, now I want to move this line from this position to this position towards my right. So what I'm going to do is I'll type the move command. You can also select the move command from this modify menu here. You have all the options available here. You can go there at any time and click on this button to activate any of the commands which you require. But I'll go to my favorite command line. So move, just select this object, press enter. Now AutoCAD allows us to move this object to a different position by holding it at certain positions. So this is the mid position or the midpoint, this is the end point, and this is the other extreme end point. Apart from that, you can select the object at any of the other points, and that is called as the nearest point. So you can hold it at the midpoint and just drag it towards your left or right. If the ortho button is on, it allows you to move exactly in the horizontal and vertical position. Now right now we are moving at horizontal at some distance, unknown distance. Right now unknown distance. Okay, this is by holding at the middle point. So I will say Ctrl Z. Now again I will move this object by selecting it, pressing enter and holding it at the end. Again moving it to the different position. Again Ctrl Z. Again move, hold it at the other extreme, move it. Once again, take it to the original position, move it, and now I will hold it at the nearest point, somewhere on the line. It allows you to. The green node indicates that you are actually on the line. Select it somewhere and take it to a different position. So this is how you can move a line by holding it at different points and moving it to a different position for a position unknown distance. Later on we will see how to move to the exact distance. Now let us try to move this rectangle here. The command is move, select the object, press enter, hold it at the corners. You can see that green node there. This is the end point, 1, 2, second end point, third end point and fourth end point. Apart from that you have midpoints. The triangle tells you that it is the midpoint, and as usual you have the nearest point. You can catch it anywhere. Right now I'll catch it, I'll hold it at the end point, take it to this position. Similarly you can move it by clicking on the midpoint and dragging it to the required position. Okay, now let us try to move this circle. Select the type move command first. M. Select this circle here. Now you can see that there is no end point here. You have only quadrants: first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. Apart from that, you have the center position, and you have the nearest point. You have the tangent point here. We will be discussing this tangent when we take up the topic on drawing a circle with a tangent. Right now you can see that you have all this quadrant here. You can hold it by any of the quadrant and drag it to the required position, or the best way to drag a circle or move a circle is to hold it by the center. See, and you have this point here. You can always move this point by selecting it and dragging it wherever you want. Like for example, if you want to find out the midpoint of this rectangle here, draw a line and move it to the mid here. You have a point exactly in the mid of the rectangle. Okay, now let us move these objects back to their original positions by typing move command, selecting all these objects at a time, holding it at some convenient position and moving them to their original positions. Okay, now I want to move this line for a specific distance. Say how you can do that. Move, select the line and select it at a point and type the distance. You can see here it's asking the distance. Move, specify second point, or use the first point as displacement. So I'll specify the second point and move at a distance of say 5. So it has moved at a distance of 5 from the original position. Similarly, move, select this rectangle here, type 5. Okay, hold this circle at the center and move it at a distance of 5. Okay, you can move the whole lot by holding any one of the objects and say 10. So the objects are moved to a distance of 10 units. So this is how you can move an object from one position to another position. Sometimes you may see that the points are not visible, the node points are not visible. The reason is the settings have been unchecked. You type O snap. We will be discussing this O snap in another episode, but right now, for time being, sometimes what happens is it would be like this. So when you try to move an object, you will not find any of these points here. So these points are missing. You may be struggling to hold it at a particular position. So nothing to worry. What you should do is go to O snap, type O snap, and right now select all. You can select all. If you want, you can uncheck some of the node points, but right now I suggest select all for beginners. Okay, now you can see that when you want to move something, nothing is everything is visible here. Okay, so that is how you can move an object and make some minimum settings. The next command is copy command. As the name suggests, it allows you to copy an object. In the earlier case, it was moving, the original object would move to a different position. In this case, you are actually leaving one copy at its original position and taking a copy to a new position. So how is that? You can type copy command, or the short form is CP. Select the objects as usual. You can hold anywhere, just put it there. Similarly, select this rectangle here. You can hold it at any position here and place it in a new position. You can see you are having a copy of it actually. So select this object, center, move it to a different position. It's very simple. You have been doing it in other softwares too. This is nothing different. Maybe when you are actually working on real projects, you may find it more useful than it is in other softwares. Yes, of course, you can move an object to a specific distance. Like I am going to delete this. Say, copy, hold this line here, and whichever point you want, you can select at that point. Just remember that when you give the distance is calculated from the selected point. So if I select it here and if I give the distance 10, it is asking specify the second point or the second point of displacement. I'll say 10. So it has moved a distance of 10 units from that particular point. So actually it is overlapping. That means it is exactly here 10. So this is a line of 10 units length. So exactly it's lying at the end of the first object. Okay, similarly copy CP. I am holding it at this point. So when I give a value, it is calculated from that point. So I'll give 10. So you have a copy which is 10 units apart. So I'll check out. I'll give the command distance dist and check out the distance from here to here. It is showing 10. You can check out here. See 10. Similarly, copy, select the circle, go to the center and drag it towards your right side. Give 10. So you can see that it has moved at a distance of 10. You can just measure, typing dist, center to center. The distance is 10. So I hope this is clear. The next command is the erase command. In CAD, you can erase an object by either selecting the object one by one and deleting them. You have to press the delete button, it's gone. Or there is one more option, type erase command or type E command, and you can either select the object by selecting the whole lot and pressing not delete button but enter button, Ctrl Z, erase E, or you can type the erase command and type C. C stands for cross selection. So you select object just by running the cursor over them. All those objects are selected, just press enter and they are gone. Ctrl Z. I'll try out once again with a slightly different option. Okay, so erase. I'll use one command, one option called as fence command. Just type F and start running the cursor over the objects which you want to be deleted. I'll say I want to delete these three objects. Press enter and enter once again, gone. Okay, fence works very well when the ortho is off. Like press F8, it starts running wherever you want. Now both these objects have been selected. You can see that it is indicated by a dotted line. It's highlighted. Just press enter and they are gone. So this is the best way of erasing an object in AutoCAD. Next command is the mirror command. I'm going to delete this before progressing. So let us try out the mirror command. For that you need to have an object on the screen to aptly demonstrate how this mirror command works. I'm going to create a triangle here. Yeah. Now mirror is something which creates a copy of the original object diametrically opposite to each other. Let us try out. Type mirror, select the object, and while selecting you have to select carefully to which side you want an object, the copy of an object. Select these 2 points, 1, 2, you have an object there. Similarly, repeat the command, select the whole object and see which points I am selecting now. The horizontal 2 points. So you have this. Again type the mirror command, select the whole object and click. F8 should be on for this. See, enter. Okay, so you have a neat some diagram here, something like which you can use for fence designing. Okay, so this has been done with the mirror command. Mirror is nothing but creating a copy diametrically opposite to each other. Okay, I'll try out something else with the mirror command. First let me erase all these things which we have created. Okay, press enter. Again repeat. Okay, cross. All these are gone. Okay, I'll draw some line here and see what we can do with this mirror. Select this object here and select some 2 points on this line, vertical line here, and select these 2 objects here and select some 2 points on the line, horizontal line here. So you have got this. You can delete this line. So you know what I am trying to do. You can create an offset to any given distance. So you can continue this like this and create one more design. So okay, so I hope you understood the mirror command very well now. Let us proceed to the next command, that is the offset command. Okay, let us first delete this and start the offset command. This offset command is very useful from civil engineer's point of view and mechanical engineer's point of view. More so from the civil engineer's point of view, because whenever you are creating walls or any other interior designing, this offset command comes in very handy, particularly while creating a plan. So let us see how this works. I'll draw a line first. Okay, say 20. So this line is of length 20. I need to have a distance of 30 centimeter. Say offset 30. Say 0.3 if I'm doing it in meter. 0.3. Click here. So you see we got a multiple line here opposite to each other and offsetting each other. So this can form a very good wall. Similarly, you can draw a line here. Again offset. The value which you entered previously will be retained there as long as you are changing it yourself manually. Offset. See here. This. You can always go and trim this. I am going to teach you how to trim in the next class. See. This is how walls are drawn in CAD. That's why I told you this is going to be a very useful command to you. So offset can be used anywhere. So this is a circle. Let's say 10. 10 is too big. Circle. Say 5. Okay. I'll move it a little bit down. Offset. Say 0.1. Select it and click inside. If you want inside, outside if you want outside. So offset, so I'll say 0.5. Okay, say 0.5. So concentric circles. Similarly, for a rectangle 2, rectangle at 10 comma 10, this is a square actually, offset say 30, click inside, offset sorry, 0.5, click inside, okay, or you can click outside. So that is how you are using this offset command. Okay, let us see how this rotate command works. We'll draw a line of some length, say 5. Okay, now I want to rotate this line. How can I do this? So command is rotate, just select this, enter, hold it at any point. If you hold it at the center, it will rotate at the center. So right now I'll go to the end, so I'll give 45 degrees, 45. See here, it has rotated for an angle of 45 degrees. Control Z, I'll go back to the original position, type the command. So you need not type the command again and again. You can use the upper arrow key and go ahead, and you will find the rotate command staying there in the memory. You can just select it, press enter. So now I can select this, select the base point. I'll say copy. You select this copy option here, and now I'll type 45 degrees. See what happened? This is different from the earlier one. Earlier you had a copy, you actually rotated the object, but in this case now you are rotating the object and keeping a copy of it in the original position. Okay, we'll see once again, rotate. So this time select this, enter, specify the base point, okay, copy, so I'll say 30 degree. Okay, once again enter, select. So we know this is at 45 degrees. See what happens now. Select this, enter, specify the base point, and now select the option, reference option, reference. So this is our reference. Reference is what, 45 degrees. Specify the reference angle 45. Specify the new angle. New angle, I'll say some 55. Okay, so it has moved to a distance to an angle of 55 degrees with reference to the original angle. Okay, so this is rotation. You can use it in a different way also. Now rotation, rotate, select, hold it in the middle, maintain the constant. Okay, so I'll repeat this. Say rotate, rotate, select, enter, midpoint. Okay, maintain the constraint. Say copy 45 degrees or 30 degrees. Okay, let us rotate it once again. Going to the rotate command. Okay, select this, enter, midpoint. Okay, copy, say another 30 degrees, select this one, enter, midpoint, copy, 30 degrees, select this one, enter, specify base point, midpoint, and 30 degrees. The 30 degrees what you entered here stays there unless and until you go ahead and change the value. So press enter. It has to be copy. Okay, rotate, select this line here, enter, base point is mid, copy, 30 degrees. Again select this, enter, midpoint, copy, 30 degrees. So this is the way how you can use the rotate command. You can always go ahead and rotate the 2D object also, like some plane here, rectangle, rotate, select the object, select some point here and enter the value, say 20 degrees. So you have rotated by 20 degrees. So this is how rotate command has to be used. I hope you have understood all the commands. So we will meet in the next episode. Until then, keep practicing well. Take care. Bye bye.